right, you guys, Cheeseburger Eddie has found the diet hack, okay, of the century, okay? If you're not familiar with the longest yard, I'm talking about Terry Crews, okay? The guy from America's Got Talent, he's like 55 or some shit. He's super jacked, and he's actually looks leaner now than he did in the longest yard, which was in like 2005. So now, if you go back in time, he said that this was before he started doing his keto, like intermittent fasting and keto that he would combine. So I want to break this video down because this like diet protocol has helped me so much. Just doing what Terry Crews does.
Last 8 years now, I have been intermittent fasting. So when I wake up,
shocker, another guy doing intermittent fasting. Who would have thought?
The first thing I do is have a glass of water. Around 10, I have an espresso. Usually it's with nothing in it but coconut oil, more fat.
All right, so this right here is the secret, okay? The coconut oil, okay? The pure fat that he's consuming, right? Now you can go on and you can say he had the stardust, the amino acid powder, but clearly it's not like fully breaking his fast because he wouldn't be able to go this long into the morning without, like, you know, getting extremely hungry. But what's happening is, I'm telling you, I've discovered this 100 times. The minute that you put the pure fat into your body and you barely have any carbs and you don't stimulate the insulin, the body just goes, oh, okay, no carbs, and then your hunger hormones and everything, they just shut down. All right, and I'm telling you that insulin is like just driving down, and it's literally better. Like before I discovered, even before years before this intermittent fasting even came out, there was like a day where I went and I had just MCT oil in my coffee, like 1 tablespoon, and then I didn't have breakfast, and then it had been like multiple hours had gone through the morning, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't eat, and I felt completely fine, way more stable energy. And then that's when I was like, okay. And now when you cut back to Terry Crews with this, it's the same type of thing. Now, personally, I'll use just like a scoop of natural peanut butter where it's just peanuts and salt. And some people will say, oh, peanuts have carbs. But I'm telling you right now, the peanut butter does not stimulate with the carbs in the peanut butter like you think. Essentially what happens is the minute that you eat this only fat and protein, then your body just goes bing, and then insulin drops, and then now what's happening is it's like your body's going to lock in and it's going to start regulate. You're going to be able to regulate all your hormones. And then later on in the day, as you see, later on in this video is when you bring the carbs in.
I love eggs. Egg dishes are the best. An egg frittata, scrambled eggs, bacon, and a really, really fresh salad. I love that. It's kind of like a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of lunch. It's like a brunch, you know?
All right, so meal 2, he's going keto. He's going with a salad. So basically eggs and the lettuce, or he does the charcuterie, which is just meat and cheese, right? And so he's not stimulating his body. He's not putting all the carbs in the middle of the day and increasing his appetite a ton. He's just keeping it real light on his feet. And what you notice is he's basically like saving all of his food for the end of the day so you can have his cake and eat it too, right? So it's like he does this like super low carb during the day. You keep your appetite down, because what you notice is when you do low carb, you do this like keto, you're gonna be extremely less hungry. Like it's almost like a cheat code if you like don't want to eat if you're dieting, right? It's like don't eat carbs for the sole purpose of keeping your appetite down. So what he does is he keeps his carbs down until he gets to dinner. And then he has his dinner.
And then I go for a while with no food. About 5 o'clock, I'll have a protein shake.
All right, so he's doing the protein shake. And if you notice, there's a rhythm, right? He had a 4-hour gap. He had 10, and then it was at 10 o'clock, it was the coconut oil. And then he went 4 hours. He went till 2 p.m. He has the salad, right? And then 3 hours, because ideally what you want to do is you want to shoot for, you can fuel up your body like every 3 hours. Then at 5, he's got the protein shake. And so what he's doing is he's keeping his rhythm in check. Keep your appetite down until he gets to dinner.
Usually between 7 and 8, I have a delicious meal which is not ketogenic. Like, I'll have my bread, I can have some pasta.
So then, at the end of the day, he has his feast, right? And I'm telling you guys right now, essentially what he's doing is it's almost like a modified 1 meal a day approach, because he's literally just having coconut oil. I'm guessing he's not going to have more than 200 calories of coconut oil, right? So call it 100 calories. 100 calories in the morning. And what he does is he'll wake up. It says he wakes up at like 4 to 5 a.m. So he goes from 4 to 5, and then at 10, so he's going 5 hours without food. Then at 10, he's got the coconut oil, which roughly is, he says 2 to 10 p.m. is his window or whatever in the article. So this is like right around 12 hours. You call it 13 hours. So he's just getting into that fasting zone. Then the coconut oil, right? And then 3 hours later, that he's gonna have his salad, right? Which is not that much food. I mean, how many eggs are you really gonna have? 4 eggs, right? And then he'll have some bacon, or he has the charcuterie board. He's not gonna eat that much food there either. And then the protein shake. So he's coming into this dinner with less than 1,000 calories, most likely having eaten. And then he can eat a bunch of food. And what you'll notice is when you do this diet, it really, like, you realize that the fact that when you do the meat only and the protein only, and then combine with the time restricted eating, it's going to allow your body, when you get hungry, then you're going to notice these electrical connections, and your body's going to kind of detox itself and regulate itself to the point where then you go, oh, wait a minute, yeah, my old diet where I was going like carbs at every single meal, like, unless I'm like training like Michael Phelps, right? You can get away with things like what Terry Crews does.
Great dinner for me would be bison ribeyes, sweet potatoes, and broccoli.
All right, so I know there's the magic dinner, right? That's why he's so jacked at 55. Sweet potatoes, broccoli, and steak. It's the only way to eat, okay? Obviously, I'm joking, but basic healthy dinner, right? He goes into, there's another article online where he was interviewed, and it says that he had pasta and bread and stuff for dinner too. So he's not on a keto diet. He's just no carbs during the day, and then so he's essentially like, there's a term that people call it carb backloading. So, but really the number one thing you want to remember is he's doing time restricted eating. Okay, you don't have to do 16 hours like he says, but I'm telling you, the whole reason for this video is because of the coconut oil at 12 hours, right? It's like 12 hours is you slip into the fasted state, then you eat that coconut oil, and then your body goes, oh, okay, this is all we get, and then your hunger goes away, and then boom. And if you are hungry, it's because you're not adapted to it. So I'm telling you guys, give Terry Crews' diet a try. At the end of this, he also talks about cheesecake. He makes like keto cheesecakes. So give this a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.